Meanwhile, welcome. I see you in the chat, Ranger. What's going on? I keep seeing you every week. You know, you pop by. But when are we going to see you sign up?
Calling you out. I mean, he played in a couple of weeklies, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm assuming something happened that made the timings less convenient.
Maybe.
But it's up to you, Ranger. You know, you can let us know if you wish. If you don't, then, you know, it's up to you. It's up to you. As we start off this semifinals, this is going to be a best of 3 semifinals. Starting off on Light Shade LE. We're down the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. The red Zug player coming out from the land of Saigon, District 5. We did get that confirmation yesterday. He is going to be representing Intensity Esports. We have MeomaikA.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Australian Zerg player. He is blue. He is representing himself and OSC Elite. It is Vivid.
Caruso is to put in tournament ASMR. I have no idea what that means. Oh, well, I know what that means. I don't know what that's relating to.
Oh god, it's shaking the camera. Oh god, no.
Trying to spam here, and I'm honestly pretty surprised, like, from the opener, MeomaikA didn't go for that very early queen that we saw him do yesterday.
Yeah. Again, it may be a kind of player thing. Maybe he respects Vivid a little bit more, Kappa. But a lot less aggressive. It could also be a map dependent thing. If you remember, the 2 maps that he did it on were Jagannatha and Death Aura.
Right, maps that had those speed zones.
That they were. Meanwhile, interestingly, we do have Vivid going for a hatch gas pool opening.
Okay. Vivid, he's definitely aware of the reputation that MeomaikA has, but I don't think he's played against MeomaikA too many times. There was one thing to hear about how MeomaikA likes to play, it's another to be on the receiving end of him.
Exactly. As we do see the Lings slowly going across the map for MeomaikA, looking to get a couple of worker kills, maybe dive on one of these drones. We'll see how good the micro is from Vivid to keep them alive. Oh.
And already gets a nice little surround here. Pretty decent pullbacks, but in the end, MeomaikA gonna have the upper hand here. A lot of his Zerglings very badly wounded, so reinforcements from Vivid will be able to chase them away. At the end of the day, it's MeomaikA with more Lings, and that's when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but that was some really sick micro when they were both juking it out there on the lower half of the ramp. They were both pulling away their weakened Lings as best they could. But in the end, MeomaikA did come out on top. He was able to kill one of the Lings. Ooh, meanwhile, Vivid, I love this. I was curious to see how he was going to play this out. In previous weeks, he was able to take games off of both MeomaikA and Gogojoy, and we see he's going for a Ling Flood.
You love to see it. Giving MeomaikA taste of his own medicine here, although I want to say it's giving MeomaikA a taste of his own medicine, but this is more like how Ender likes to play, honestly.
It is. It definitely is. And we do see Vivid is going for that third base for that extra larva. Meanwhile, he hasn't made a single drone in these past couple of moments. He's making nothing but Lings, looking to bank them up. Meanwhile, I love this because, again, MeomaikA, he's playing Ling Bane. Ling Bane is not his strongest suit.
Yeah.
But
we saw it a little bit yesterday. He tried to play Ling Bane, but once he lost a couple of games by, you know, getting out microed in that phase, he said, you know what, I'm just skipping straight to roaches. It's a new day though. He's definitely feeling a bit more fresh, and now he's trying to get something done. Yeah, the Lings do get revealed, and now Vivid, he's pulling the trigger. Bailing that's gonna be finished up pretty soon. Unfortunately, his +1 is still a little ways off, but it should come into play by the time the big engagements happen.
Yeah, exactly. As the Lings are flying across the map for Vivid, we do have some Banelings being morphed in for MeomaikA. Oh, with 3 queens, he can hold the line here on top of the ramp, but Vivid, he's forced to go around.
Yeah, not the most efficient pathway here for Vivid. Bury the big connections from MeomaikA. I am not used to saying that, Light.
Aye. Vivid, he went face first into those Banelings of MeomaikA, and just like that, MeomaikA holds.
Think about that for a second.
Oh god. I mean, to be fair, when it comes to Ling Bane for MeomaikA, it's usually he struggles against the Ling Bane. His own Banelings, they can be quite decent, and we see he was able to defend it beautifully, and now MeomaikA is going for the counterattack. Vivid, he doesn't have any defensive Banelings.
that he does not. In fact, working on his lair, tried to go for a very early lair for, I'm assuming, a Muta switch, but yeah, he was definitely counting on getting a lot more done with his Lings, and because he didn't, he's in a very precarious position. He's up right now, like
he is. I mean, he has to. He's so far behind. He's got almost half the amount of workers of MeomaikA. He's doing what he can. He does have Banelings morphing in of his own, but only 2 as opposed to however many there are here of MeomaikA. Jesus Christ.
He basically has enough Banelings for every single link here. Okay, nice snipes here from Vivid. Pulls away with his drone, so not taking too much economic damage. He should be... No, never mind. The reinforcements of the links come in, so he's not going to have to forfeit this third base.
Or will he?
Which is definitely huge, but MeomaikA is gunning for it. Yeah. He's got down to the right so that he smells that blood in the water.
Exactly. Meanwhile, as all this is happening, I love it. Vivid, he is going for that Spire. The Spire is on the way, but he has to hold on to his sword, and it looks like it could go down.
MeomaikA's focused again. Doesn't want to fight back. He started stepping as much as he can, and he will take it out. I believe +1 melee did finish from Vivid. Yeah, it definitely did. So we'll be getting the upper hand for a little bit in the near future, but yeah, we'll see how well that actually helps him out. He's getting a Spire right now, but MeomaikA, we've seen him do this a lot yesterday, just chasing down the overlords of Vivid. He is so heavily supply capped.
Yeah, that he is, and MeomaikA is going for a Spire of his own. These things, they get a really nice around him. With +1, they can deal a lot of damage, but there's plenty of energy for those transfuses, so the Queens, they do survive quite a bit, and now the Banelings roll in.
Yeah, a lot of them will go down the end, but the important thing is, bought MeomaikA in more than enough time to get the Banelings out, clears out those Lings, and now he's going for the heavy counterattack. Vivid, he's got his +1 melee, but it's 9 army supply versus 30 at the moment. Like,
exactly, he needs to buy time. Lings are on the way, but even if they come in, no, he misses the Baneling connections. Oh god.
Yeah, those would have been very scary for MeomaikA. And in fact, he was playing with fire a little bit earlier on, but okay, finally a couple of Banelings to connect, but it is not going to be enough. Way more Lings coming out from MeomaikA. 7 army supply versus 36. Decent strategy going, but he messed up the details way too much. The execution, not on his side.
Yeah, none, not whatsoever, as MeomaikA does take game number 1 with some solid Baneling defense and a really nice transition into just that massive counterattack. Vivid, he put himself behind. He went for that big all-in. He cut workers very early to Ling Flood, but a part of it is, unfortunately, because it was scouted so early, he had to pull the trigger that little bit early as well, and yeah, MeomaikA, he was ready.
Vivid right now, he's shook. He's telling us, wait, Meo meant Banes? And MeomaikA is just conforming for him. Yes. Meo did go Banes.
I love it. Mia's like, oh my god. Sorry, Vivid's like, I can't believe it. Mia's like, I can't believe it either. It's
yeah.
Oh god. I'm telling you, mate, Mia, this is a new Mia that we're seeing in 2021. He's evolving, he's growing.
He's morphing. He's been in a cocoon for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was just telling us, you can trust me. I am MeomaikA's biggest fan. MeomaikA is telling us.
Oh boy. In my mind, MeomaikA, when he finishes morphing, he's going to turn into the derp fester.
All that time to morph in.
Our
next map is gonna be...
Oh right, I forgot to tell you. The next map will be Pillars of Gold.
Pilares de Oro.
As we are getting things underway, just trying to catch up in chat. I did see that Kuro was kind of talking about, the good old days back in the day. Of course, back in 2016, 2015, we all used to play in a League. We back then. You didn't, but back then,
2017.
Yeah, back then, like Kuro and Kata were plats or even lower. And even I myself,
I think it was silver. No, Kuro was silver. Kata was gold.
Yeah, and we would just sign up just to play against the Koreans. And I remember it became a meme where Ryong would consistently play against both Kuro and I.
My
every
favorite
single week.
practice partners.
Yeah.
I think my favorite. Yeah, I think my favorite. I actually have two favorite Oli Molik stories. One is that after Bjorn became world champion as well as GSL champion, first time he faced Kuro decided to proxy hatch him. My second favorite story is that when both you and Kuro came out, Oli immediately said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna need to put you two against each other in the first round."
That did happen, by the way. That was cruel. God damn it, Oli. It was
pretty cruel.
It was Oli just abusing her admin powers, but yeah, that was a really.
Initially, everybody was satisfied with the bracket at first. The players were satisfied. Us at well, we weren't Cranky Ducklings back then, but we were more like Cranky Clan, I suppose. We were satisfied with how it turned out, and then Oli said, "Oh, actually, I need to make an adjustment."
Yeah, and I'm sure Ryung was upset as well. He's like, "Yo, where's my practice partner? What's going on?"
I think Oli ended up switching Kuro for myself, so I had to play Ryung, and Ryung was like, "You're no Kuro, mate." Shaking my head. Now I just sit with his name on my spacebar. Anyway, we are going to be continuing this best of 3 semifinales here on Pillars of Gold LE. We're here in the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning all the way to the bottom left-hand corner. The blue Zerg player, he is coming down from the land of Australia. Sydney, if I'm not mistaken? He's a Melbourne guy.
Sydney.
Sydney, yeah, I was right. He is going to be representing OSC Elite, even though they are no longer a team. Vivid is going to be representing them. He is currently teamless. He is the piano man, the creative master himself. We have Vivid.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player, the leader himself, representing Intensity Esports, the Derp Fester. It is MeomaikA.
And this time, we'll still be going for the hatch pool.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. So Vivid went for a faster pool. He went pool hatch and I imagine gas. Meanwhile, MeomaikA did go for the faster gas pool hatch. So he will be prioritizing that link speed, which we have seen him do before. I imagine link speed, we'll see if he reaches 100 and then keeps going, and maybe he'll skip it and go for a faster lair or a faster roach warren.
I just want to move mutas.
Could happen. He tried last game. The game didn't go long enough for them to come out.
Unfortunate. Well, that's probably for the best though. If I'm remembering yesterday, the game Mio went for mutas. I think he lost like 150 of them, something like that.
Yeah, that was awful. That was I blocked that from my memory a little bit. Oh god, that ZvZ. Yeah. For those wondering, yesterday we casted MeomaikA versus Go Joey, and there was a game where MeomaikA went mass muta, and at the end of it, he had lost 150 mutalisks, and he just wouldn't stop making mutas. It was. And
he would ram them into parabombs too.
Yeah. Oh god.
It's a wonder he was able to win that game.
It was a war crime against mutas, mate, what he was doing. It was awful.
Human wave. Well, I guess muta wave in that case.
And when we, as I was saying, with that early gas, we do see link speed immediately on the way, as well as that Bailey nest.
Very, very quick coming up from MeomaikA here. Looking to be a little bit aggressive. He moves out of his legs, doesn't see the scouting links coming up from Vivid. Vivid this game is actually being a lot more economic. Not necessarily greedy. He's still decently safe with his setup back at home, but yeah, he is prioritizing getting his minerals.
The links are on the way.
And if MeomaikA takes one good connection, that's going to be it.
Exactly. Link speed is going to finish up in a couple seconds. There we go. 4 Bailings are on the way for Mio. Oh, meanwhile, Vivid is aware of this. He's trying to wall off as best he can.
And that's a very quick wall he's got. Should just about be enough to fully wall this off. I think that might be a bit of a gap, but apparently not.
Apparently not. The Bailings are looking to crash in, and maybe the Roach one has low enough health with the Bailings and bust through. He's going to try.
And he actually does connect every single Bailing on top of that, and he will kill the Roach Warren, not cancel it, surrounds the rest of the Queens just like that.
Wow, and that's it. The Queens are all dead. There's only a single spine for the defense. Immediately surrounds the spine to keep it alive, but the Lings, they just go straight into the main.
Indeed, they do. And I tell you what, Light, every single drone that's protecting that spine ain't mining.
Oh god, and on top of that, Vivid, he skipped Link speed. He was trying to go straight into Roaches. Like, that was his plan, and because of that, he just can't keep up with the Links of Mio.
Yeah, Vivid is definitely a player who will take these big risks, and if they pay off, they are very rewarding. But more often than not, you find out that they don't.
Oh boy, I mean, Vivid, I love this. He immediately went for the wall off. Meanwhile, the Banelings are gonna crash in.
Oh, the drones are attacking the Baneling Light! But funnily enough, Vivid has been able to split off enough of his drones to prevent a massive connection, but it's not going to be enough from the onslaught of Links. GG is called. MeomaikA is going to be your first finalist for the evening. Who would have seen that one coming? MeomaikA being the finalist.
He did come in as a favorite, but Vivid, he did make a show of it. GG, well played. As you said, MeomaikA does move on to the finals.
G to the G. Doing his Papa Prout here. Lord Loken, not Papa Panda.